Assalamu alaikum and hello everyone. Welcome back to our Oracle DBA Jumpstart program. Today I want to talk about one thing that separates a good DBA, from a great one. Yes, in an interview. So you can have all the technical knowledge in the world. Yes, you know all the commands. You have memorized the architecture, the diagram, the internals of it. You can use RMAN script even in your sleep. But when you walk into that interview room, something changes. Yes, your mind goes blank. Your palms get sweaty and your confidence vanishes. So, yes, sounds familiar. So it's a struggle almost every DBA has faced. So in this video, I'm going to share the exact system I have used for over 20 years. Yes, to stay confident in every Oracle DBA interview and how you can use the same system to land your dream job. Yes, I will never forget, my first Oracle DBA interview. No, actually, not it was not first. It was the third one with Oracle India Private Limited. It was over 25 years ago, and I was in total bundle of nerves, and I had studied everything. I knew about reader logs, SGR, men scripts, like the back of my head. I felt ready that if the interviewer asked how the undo segment works, when asked about a core component of Oracle, you can impress an interviewer by not just defining it, but by explaining its function within the larger architecture and providing a practical examples. And that's what I did. And I was just there sharing my knowledge. I was not just like, answering like A's to A1 and B's to B1. No, it was not like that. So I said when a user connects, and executes a transaction, a lot of thing is happening in the background. The user process connects to the server process in the Oracle database instance. So this instance, consists of the SGA, which holds your shared memory structures like your database buffer cache, redo log buffers, and the shared tools, and the background processes like DBWR, LGWR, and PMON. The changes are first written in your database buffer cache. So at the same time, the changes are also written to the redo log buffers, yes, which is record of all changes made to the database, not just your committed transaction, but even your uncommitted transaction. So then I give a practical example. So where does the undo, segment fit into? It's like a critical part of, for ensuring read consistencies there, allow transactions to roll back. The undo segment is stored in the undo table space and contains the old version of the data. That is the before images that were modified by an active transaction. So then I use a simple example and I said, imagine I'm in a bank clerk and I need to update customers account balance and the current balance is 1,000. So my SQL, I will write like update customer set balance equal to 1,200, where I'll put the filter condition and say customer ID equal to 123, and I'll start a transaction. The database first takes the original value, which is 1,000, and stores it in the undo segment. This is your undo record. Then it updates the balance in the data block, and sets it to 1,200. And now another user, let's say a different bank clerk, queries the same customer's amount before I commit my transactions. So what do they see? Because of read consistency, they will be directed to an undo segment to retrieve the original value, which is 1,000. So my changes are not yet visible to them. So this ensures that the query doesn't read any dirty data, because if I decide to roll back my transaction, the database uses the undo record, the original value, which was $1,000, yes, to restore the data blocks to its previous state. So the change to 1,200 is undone. But if I commit my transaction, the new value of 1,200 is now permanent and visible to all other users. So the undo records for that change is no longer needed for Oracle, for the rollback, but may be used by long running queries for a short time to maintain their read consistency. So this detailed explanation, demonstrates your understanding of the transaction management, data integrity, multi-version of, read consistency model. The basic RDBMS fundamental concepts this is. So that go far just beyond, simple definitions. So you know everything, but if you can't communicate it with clarity and confidence under pressure, you won't succeed. So that's when I started developing a system for interview confidence, and it's the exact system I have been practicing and teaching all my students ever since. So my three core confidences: preparation builds calm and not hope. Yes, confidence isn't a magic trick. it's like an arm and backup. You only feel secure if you have prepared in advance. Don't procrastinate. Don't keep things at the nth moment. After every module, say Oracle architecture, go over it. Prepare. What I do is I give my students a small quiz for the students to practice, and we also have mocks after every chapter so that you're used to answering the questions. You just don't hope, right? Your database will recover. You know it will, because you've taken the right steps. I use a similar approach even for the interviews, but before everyone, I create a mini backup strategy of my own knowledge. As yes, I don't just review my top 20 questions, I practice my answer aloud. This is crucial. So it's one thing to know the definition of a PDB, yes, but you can explain it clearly and concisely without hesitation. So when you practice aloud, you build muscle memory, yes, for your answers. So I prepare a simple real world stories, from my past projects. Instead of just saying, how to solve a blocking issue, tell a story. In my last role, we had a major performance bottleneck. And after that, some investigations, I found a blocking session caused by an incorrectly coded report. And so I used VDollar session and VDollar log to identify the issue, and then worked with the development team to kill the session and optimize the query. So this doesn't show that you know the commands. It shows your real experience. So, and I practice explaining, complex topic into simple. Think about how you would explain the difference between a, say, varchar 2 or a char to someone who isn't a DBA. Yes, if you can simply simplify a concept, it shows you truly understand it. So when you prepare like this, you don't walk into an interview hoping you get a good question. Yes, I wish, like, as though the question paper should be easy. No, you walk in knowing you are ready for anything. So, and step to detach, from the outcome. One of the biggest killers of the confidence is desperation. If you go in an interview thinking, I must get this job, this is my Oracle job, my life is over if I don't get it, no, your stress level will, will be skyrocket. Your mind will become obsessed, with the outcome or instead of the present moment. Here's the mindset shift that changed everything for me. I'm not here to get a job. I'm here to share what I know. I remind myself and also learn. Yes. So learning, that's what got me an Oracle interview also, like, the job. Because they asked me, you're coming from a science background. Are you curious to learn more about Oracle, architecture and the details and the data server internals and how it works? And I said, yes, I would jump into it. The thing was, it was more of sharing of the knowledge. So I keep reminding myself, I'm a skilled DBA and I'm here to have a professional conversation with another DBA. If I get the job, I say Alhamdulillah in my Arabic word and say praise be to Allah. And if not, it's just practice for the next one. Think of it like a performance tuning. Sometimes your SQL runs fast and sometimes it needs a different execution plan. So either you're learning and improving. And this mindset instantly, relaxes you, helps you stay present and calm. And master your body language. Yes, very important. This one may surprise you. Yes, this one may is be like surprise you, but how you sit, breathe can literally change how you feel on a physiological level. So start with a simple reset. Before you enter the room, take three slow, deep breaths. Inhale, for a count of 4 and hold it for a count of 2 and exhale for a count of 6. This simple act calms your nervous system and sharpens your focus. Use your posture. Sit upright with your shoulders back and your hands relaxed. This isn't just about looking confident. It's about signaling confidence to your brain, to your own brain. Yes, a small change in your posture can make a huge difference in your mental state. And finally, I use a little dua prayer, which as I say it in Arabic, I always say it in my heart, like, oh Allah, expand my chest, make my task easy, and untie the knot from my tongue so people may understand me. See, so this mix of breathing, posture, and a little bit of prayer to yourself instantly, resets my state, bringing me back to my, place of peace and strength. So I want to share a quick story of one of the cases, like a student was preparing for the first Oracle DBA interview and was extremely nervous. He kept asking, what if I fail? What if I freeze up? No, I give him the same 3 step. Prepare, real stories, detach from the outcome. Don't think of the results. You do your best and then leave the results to God. Don't, just detach yourself from the outcome. Use your body language to reset his state. So he went into the interview. Instead of just listing commands, he calmly explained how he would handle a backup strategy for a new database. He used a story from his project, and his confidence, shone through. So he didn't just, answer the questions. He impressed the panel so much with his calm, clear explanation that they shortlisted him on the spot. And that's the power of the system. So here's the truth. Interviews aren't just about testing your technical skills. Yes, they are, but they are about seeing how, like, who you are under pressure. Yes, how you're going to handle those pressures. Are you someone who panics, and are you someone who can handle a different situation with confidence and clarity? So if you prepare like a professional, detached from outcome, and carry yourself with calm and confidence, you will shine in every Oracle DBA interview, no matter what version of Oracle, what question comes your way. Always show the curiosity, even if you don't know, that you are eager to learn. Sometimes the interviewers just want to learn. In my case, it was like, do you want to learn? I said, of course, yes. And I explained so much of Oracle architecture in depth. So now I want you to try this before your next interview. Pick just one real DBA story you're proud of. And maybe, it's how you solved a performance issue or recovered a database after a crash. Practice telling it aloud with confidence. You will see the difference instantly, yes. And if you want me to personally guide you in both technical preparation and confidence coaching, I have a program designed to do, yes, just that. Check the link in the description to learn more about how I can help you land your next role. Yes, thanks for watching and stay confident, and I will see you in the next video. Thank you.